ladies?
No one can tell. No one knows. The only reason why I have anything makeup on or anything is because literally it's the only time I get free from my abdomen binder. So like the shower is like my sacred, it's almost like my exercise time. It is my sacred time to just kind of be like, I am free. So anyway. All right. So what we do to kick things off, Monica, is we are doing a lightning round. It is 2 minutes where you get to have the floor. And what we are talking about this week is your biggest win in your business this past week. And what does a win look like for you in the, like, what are you manifesting? What win do you want in the week to come? So we'll start with Susan Ackerman today. I'm setting the timer. Ready, set.
Okay, so mine will be actually, I think, shorter because I'm still in science fair mode. I come home every night and help my students. So, but their deadline was last night at 10 o'clock. So we were on the phone almost to that point. But the blessing is that I have such a great group and that they hang in there with me. So when I have weeks like this, where I wasn't able to do as much, I'm so blessed that they're there with me, and I think everything is still stable. And then my exciting thing is, it hit me last night. I've been wanting to do this, and I felt like, I don't know if it's God or what, but I felt like he was going, now is the time. And that is to talk to my gym owner, because we're opening back up on Monday. And I heard through my aerobic instructor that they don't really want to go back with Les Mills. They're tired of paying the money. And I'm like, this is the time. This is the time. I talked to Craig, so I need to get on with somebody this weekend on the phone. Probably what's that branch called? Of Beachbodies that you check to make sure you're doing everything right.
Compliance?
Yeah, I think maybe compliance, just to make sure, how do I deal with the gym side?
No, you don't need to deal with that. Nope.
No?
You and I can have an offline discussion about that. But literally the gym owner becomes a coach, and then all the trainers can sign up as coaches. And then like, as people want to use Beachbody products or subscriptions or whatever, they can choose what trainer they want to be their sponsor coach.
Okay, so that's what, I don't know any of that. So that's what I need to figure out. And I want to set up a meeting with him and get that taken care of. And Craig said he would help me, because that would be awesome. He's good with business.
I have that video from Trina Gray, so we'll revisit that. I think if you watch that again, it'll be very helpful.
Okay, so that's what I'm going for.
That's exciting. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I know.
Sue.
Good morning. All right, so my wins are actually this week. I shared last week. It's been really good. I've been spending quite a bit of time training my coaches, because I have quite a bit of coaches who are like really wanting to go all in. So my goal for the year was at least become a 3-star diamond coach. So I am expecting these ladies to rise up and become diamond coaches. So that's been really, really fun. That's been really fun. And not to mention just getting leads for different conversations. So I'm expecting to sign up a few more people for the week. So God is good.
God is so good. I love it. Monica. Man, we wrapped it up in under a minute. That's crazy.
I was gonna say I think I can go faster.
Miracle.
And that way you don't hear screaming children. So I apologize in advance. We celebrated our biggest income producing week of 2021 this last week. So that was huge for us, especially because I felt like January and February are kind of like not the greatest for me. So that was awesome. I've got a new coach that is super promising. So really excited about that. And goal for next week is to help 2 of my new coaches bump themselves up to Emerald. So that's all right.
And you did it in like 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Bananas.
You got to talk fast with kids.
Bananas. Delise.
Okay, so I think the energy was better in my group this has been this month. So that's a huge win. And I don't know that I'm doing anything strategically. Well, I think I'm trying to do things strategically different. So that feels great. And then I had a gal that she's a newish coach and she lives in Connecticut. She's the STEM director for like this whole area. So she's super, super busy, but she's one of those that does the PD. She does all the things and then she'll just text me randomly, even though I'm not necessarily like hawking in on her. So yesterday she texted and I said, I want to make sure you got your prize from last week. And like, how are you feeling? She had the shot and she was ill. And she said, well, it's great. I didn't get my gift. No big deal. And how do I get to Diamond? And I was like, okay, thank you God for that. Just because I kind of needed a little end of month thing or end of week thing. And then another gal that I've met through a charity group that I do, I'm sorry, this is 3 wins because I'm finally glad to have some wins. And because I love it when they're the easy wins, you guys, right? So every once in a while, because you see your hard work, like working. And she's just a friend that I've met through a charity league. And we have just, she had a really interesting experience. Someone kind of peaked Tomed on her in our community. And it became this really big deal in her life. Anyway, so she shared it in our charity group. Turns out she's been doing Beachbody for 10 years. But what I didn't know was when I invited her to like, hey, check out the group. I think you'd love the community. And, you know, you seem like a person that loves wellness already. She works at Med Spa. And so we're going to talk this morning. But the fact is she's already been doing P90X and all that for 10 years. So she says she doesn't have a coach. So I'm kind of a little curious about that. So I'm not really sure how to approach that. You know, I want to ask her, make sure she doesn't have a coach that is working this business without, I don't really know. So those are some wins, but I love that, Susan, because I have another girlfriend with a gym situation that I think I'm going to retreat back to now that you said this is the time for other similar reasons.
Love that. So many wins. That's awesome.
Yeah, good.
Tanya, happy senior night last night. Made my heart happy.
Oh yes, you and me both. Sorry, I'm finally have some clothes on. Oh, am I muted or not? Oh no, okay, I'm good. I don't have a whole lot of wins in the business other than I am finally meeting people. Yay! Like we're opening back up. I feel like I can talk and build some relationships so then I can, you know, build some other Beachbody relationships. But I will say, personally, like best week ever. Like it's the week that like, you know, when you first start and you're really good about all the food and all of the stuff and all of the exercises. That was me this week for the first time in a long time. So that was good. And of course, like all my chicks are under one roof, which just makes me so happy. So anyway, I really don't have a whole lot of business wins other than I'm still doing it. I'm still plugging along and I expect it's going to take off soon.
What's your win for this week?
I said, it was me.
We had the best
For the week
week.
ahead. For the week ahead.
Oh, for the week ahead.
It's next week.
I want to go back to inviting. So I think what I'm going to do is go back to some of my people that I already know, not my new people. I don't want to like start off a relationship with just inviting. I want to get to know them first before I'm that person. So I don't know that I'll invite anybody here, but I think I will maybe start to go back with some of my people from previous that we've talked or, you know, for whatever reason wasn't the right time, but I need to work on my invites.
I like that. I think honestly, the road back to positive energy and positive momentum in your business begins with you having a positive, you know, experience for yourself personally. It's hard to give what you don't receive. So I think it's awesome that you had a great week. I know moving is hard and getting established is hard. So I think it's honestly a bigger win than you think to actually allow yourself to have a good week and to feel good and then want other people to feel that too. And I think we forget that that's actually how simple it is to get back on track in this business. Is to start by feeling good your damn self. Andrew, do you have anything that you want to share? A win and what this week looks like?
The win is the leads that have come through the funnel that we set up earlier. That's still producing. I was shocked at that earlier this week for the goal setting guide. The goal for the week coming up is actually changing that though to getting the couple influencer stuff up and running.
Yep, I love that. My win for the week. Oh my gosh, I just
Your butt.
huh?
No, the kitty, sorry.
Oh, I just feel like God is teaching me how simple and easy success can actually come my way, that I do not have to work hard or overwork in order to strive and force something to happen or be in complete control. I can release all that and be open to receiving. And this month has felt like an absolute gift in that. And that's a huge lesson for someone who likes to be in control and, you know, be all the things. So my win this week is I had another person enroll that I didn't even invite. They reached out to me. I had another person enroll for the Ultimate Reset. So I'm at 10, Tyler's at 4. I just need one more person and we haven't even hit mid-month. And so I just feel like God is so good. And, you know, I'm learning a lot about just manifesting. That's my big lesson in 2021 is manifesting. My win for this week would be but I would like to find a few coaches. Everyone I've enrolled this month has been customers, which is great because those do convert to be some of the best coaches. However, I have signed no coaches yet this month, which is fine. I'm totally trusting that they're coming. So a win this month would be to identify, you know, one, at least, you know, a coach who wants to get started. So that's my goal, is to really like manifest and focus on recruiting coaches. All right. La 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 la, lightning round over. Yay. Okay, let's talk about the BFF promo codes. And then we're going to talk about finding your circle of people and a little bit about team culture. And then I want to share this thing I learned about a reaction card that honestly is very helpful for someone who tends to react more than respond. I'm gonna just own that about my personality. I tend to react more than I respond. It's not necessarily a good thing, by the way. So, okay, promo codes first, because that's the easiest. So Beachbody has given all 2021 coaches, and this is something I really need everyone's help with, okay? To all 2021 coaches have been given a coupon code for $40 off. And all of us initially were like, well, what's the big deal? It's a $40 off coupon. And I didn't really think much about it. I was like, well, they're either going to use it or not. What I learned from what?
If they don't use it, we can use them as well.
They're transferable.
Yep.
Dude, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just learned that yesterday.
So what I learned from the roundtable, Doug Moss brought in one of the top coaches and she shared what she was doing. She's like, my business is exploding because here's what they're doing. They're collecting all the codes. So first of all, they're reaching out to these new coaches and giving them an awareness that they have the promo code, because we all know how email, usually people give you like some kind of Juno account. I don't even know if that exists anymore, but like they give you some kind of like email that they use for spam stuff. And so they probably don't even know that they have a promo code. So number one, she reaches out to her 2021 coaches and says, oh my gosh, this is unprecedented. It is a huge gift. One, I want to make sure you find the code because it is a gift. I've only ever seen a $10 promo code in my 6.5 years of coaching. Never in my life. And they can use it on completion packs. What? Someone could get
Wow.
a completion pack. If you think about it, so like completion packs are $130. So they could get the completion pack for $90. My mind is like, woo. So she is individually, not in a massive text or group text or anything, that individually reaching out to these new coaches and saying, oh my gosh, unprecedented gift. And she's using that verbiage. It's a gift. Do you want to make sure you find it? Do you have someone in mind that you could give the gift to, right? Not sell, not whatever. She's very strategic in saying like, hey, who can you bless? Is there someone you can give this gift away to? And if they have no intention of using it, so like if your new coach is like, I don't know, probably not, maybe so. First of all, we want them to use it, right? We want them in enrollment behavior. So like the goal is really to get your newer coach to help someone, okay? But, so like, let's say they said, maybe my sister can use it. Awesome. Would it help for me to like get on a call and walk them through everything and give them a couple of options? They don't have to buy anything, but like I'm more than happy to help explain the whole process to them if that's helpful. So like make yourself available to do a Zoom call or talk to their prospect. But you need to be following up with these discount coaches, right? So like in a day or two, how's that conversation? Did they want the gift? If they like are hemming and hawing and no one wants the gift and they're not really taking action on giving it away, what you can do is say, you know what, if you have no intention or no one who wants the gift, would you be willing to give me the coupon code because it's transferable? And so we can make it available to someone on our team who would like to bless and pay that gift forward. So what she is doing from all those discount coaches who have zero intention of helping anyone is creating a document of shared coupons. And then the runners, people like you or brand new coaches like Emily or, you know, Michael, who's on fire right now, or whoever in our downline, I don't need a coupon code. Okay. My belief about what we have is so high. I mean, I don't need to like knock the price down, but a brand new coach who is like, oh my gosh, what we do is so expensive and they need a little boost in their confidence. That coupon code is their way to start helping people and get over that, right? So what I did is I downloaded a list of all of our, oh, and by the way, anyone who enrolls as a coach also gets the coupon code this month. So it's really stinking smart this month to just go ahead and enroll people as a coach and explain, dude, same cost. You're going to get a $40 off coupon. They're only giving it away to signups this month. You can downgrade to preferred customer or retail at any time. But in the meantime, you have this like $40 off coupon that they're only giving to new people this month. If they don't use it, we, rinse and repeat. We recycle the coupon. But what's happening in this coach's business is that people are freaking exploding because it's like such a stinking deal, right? So the runners, the people who really want to like push to diamond, they're just like on fire because they've got all these $40 off coupons and are able to enroll people for $120.
And they'll get one, right? One promo code?
Yep. But they're all transferable. So like if we have a shared document as a team,
okay,
and like on that Google Doc, we're just like, whoever needs it, first come, first serve, like this is like a group share situation. That empowers the people because momentum anywhere on our team is momentum for the whole team. So if Delise pops a diamond, that levels up the belief of the entire team. If Sue pops a diamond, that levels up the belief of the entire team. It doesn't matter where the momentum comes from because it helps us all. Do you understand what I'm saying? So like us pooling our resources together and being like, who is on fire and who's ready to like really like get these coupon codes out. I mean, that benefits all of us. It creates excitement and new momentum. And I think we all need that right now. So you individually reach out, you try to get a name from them, like get them specifically thinking about who they want to give the coupon away to. If they don't respond to you or they, don't even give a hoot about the coupon code, it's very simple to say, well, if you have no intention of giving the gift away, would you be willing to give me the code so that we can make it available to someone who needs it? And then I'm gonna today have a shared Excel Google Doc. We can all, I'll show you. I started the list. What I personally did yesterday, just to kind of like start the process. So I went through all of these names, and if I had never introduced myself to them, I reached out and said, hello, like, welcome to the team. I'm catching up after Snowmageddon and my surgery. So just know I have reached out to everybody on this to give them a personal welcome. What I need your help doing, and some of them have communicated to me, like if they were communicated back and forth, and it was a positive thing, I gave them a heads up. Hey, just so you know, Sue or Delise or Susan is going to be reaching out to you about this as well. But super exciting, you have a $40 promo code. I've never seen that before. It's such an unprecedented gift. I want to make sure it doesn't get lost in your email. So I've only heard, like, Sharon Harris, she wants to use hers. She has someone in mind, Delise. So you can follow up and be like, oh my gosh, I just heard about this $40 coupon. Like, this is so amazing. Did you find yours? Like, play a little stupid that you don't know, you know, that she's got a name in mind. But she wants to use hers. Jane Park, Sue, she wants to use hers. But I already have a coupon code from one of my discount coaches who has no intention of using it. So boom, there you go, Joy. So what I need from all of you, and I'll put this in a shared Google Doc, is to start contacting your coaches and start updating this information. You need to find out if they're going to use it. And if they're not, update the Excel spreadsheet with the coupon code so that we can give it to people who are running. Or new coaches who want to get started, right? Make sense? Any questions? Does this fire you up?
Hey, Joy, so you've reached out to every single person on this list?
Yes.
Okay.
With at least a text that says, hey, my name is Joy Bowen. I'm Susan's coach sponsor. She's so amazing. You're so fortunate to have her guiding you in this process. Just wanted to officially welcome you to the team. Let me just ask, are you here to work on yourself or help people, or a little of both? That's the text I typically send to new coaches in our organization. If I'm on top of my game, sometimes I'm scattered and not organized, and it doesn't get done. So I had catch up to do. Like, I hadn't done it since January. So
Did you do this week, Joy? Was it like a week ago or just like 2 days ago, so that when we check in with our people to say, hey, have you used it? Or
if there's no update on this list, I have not heard back from them. So
okay,
I reached out to them just in the last 2 days.
Okay.
As far as, and only the initial text, like, unless you see an update here, I have only communicated, hey, welcome. I haven't talked to them about the promo code. So
Okay.
in my welcome, I don't say, hey, by the way, there's a promo code. I wait for them to respond so that I can be like, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. And by the way, so I don't want to just come at them cold with a like, hey, where's your promo code? I want them to know, hey, I just am welcoming you.
And Joy, what's the yellow at the top? Because I see one of my coaches highlighted in yellow.
I think such a good question. It meant
Good question.
it meant something at the time. I think it meant maybe I couldn't get a hold of them.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking. So weird.
How are you not 2-star with all those coaches, or 1-star with all those coaches you enrolled. You did great.
Sue?
Yeah.
Hmm?
She's
What?
got tons.
Yeah, Joy, Mion already signed somebody up. She
Who?
already used that promo code,
Which one?
Mion. I saw her
Me,
name,
me and
Mion. Yeah, that's what you call it. Yeah.
you?
And she called me last night. She called me last night and told me about your text to her. I'm like, yes, girl, you're gonna go get it. I'm expecting her to become a diamond. She's really good. And the funny thing is, like even at her work, she was drinking her Shakeology. She did her first exercise program was 80-day obsession. She joined me literally a little over 3 months ago. And she was drinking her Shakeology. Even her janitor came up to her and said, "What are you drinking? Like, let me, like, he was interested." And he said, "I can afford to drink it because my wife is rich." She's getting all this attention. She's not even trying to invite. People are just coming to her. I said, that's the favor of God that I've been getting. Yes. And I've been telling all my coaches, that's the grace and favor of God. Just hop on board and start signing people up. So I'm expecting her to shoot like a light, shoot to the moon. I'm serious.
Did she enroll that person as a coach?
She didn't. She enrolled her as a customer, but I did talk to her and I'm expecting her to change to coach.
Okay. Talk to her about like, hey, tell your friend, like she can activate that coach count, get the coupon. And then if her friend's not going to use it, at least
Right.
How do I say your name? Mi
Yun.
Gosh, it's going to take me a while.
It's my Korean folks.
I'm going to try really hard. Mi Yun. She could use the code, but
yeah,
Mi Yun is exactly the kind of coach we want to resource these coupon codes to, because let her go, let her fly. Why not?
Yep.
You know? I would tell her, hey, like try to enroll, like explain to enroll them as a coach because of the coupon code thing. So where is she located, by the way? On your
California.
No, in your organization.
She is on my left leg.
Awesome. That would be so good.
So
okay, so back to admin on this. We're getting coupon codes. How do we all know who's given what coupon code to whom and who's taken a resource on here, etc.?
Okay, I am gonna unhighlight when I make the shared Google Doc, and I'll create another column over here, and we can say given away, redeemed, or whatever you want to call it.
So Joy,
how about we have a second sheet on the back of this that has the available codes and a row next to that, that if that code's been given out, we know which diamond coach gave it and who they gave it to, so we can make sure we follow up on those in case those don't get used.
That's fine. How about I put sponsor over here, and then over here I'll say coach who you like gave it away and who got it.
so are you sharing this doc with us, Joy?
Yeah, I'm gonna take, this is just a working spreadsheet I was going off of to initially reach out to people, but I'm gonna give you all an Excel spreadsheet today.
So, I mean, just to let you guys know what happened with me in middle of winter storm, because of that team cup, I had signed up for two team cup groups, right? 2 team cups. And that literally gave us like 30 something promo codes. It was only $10 promo code, but for me, I'm a maximizer. So it's like, I don't want to waste this promo codes. And that just literally like, and I had the best month. So this is really good news because this $40 thing, like we can really take off with this. This is so, so good. I'm so excited. It's going to make me work like crazy, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah. And you have a lot of new coaches under Sam. So like this could be the catapult to getting like a couple people to Emerald. Now, the thing about fast momentum is that sometimes it can be a little bit shaky. So we're going to have to, make it more solid as we move forward. You can't just sign up discount coaches and expect that to be your lifers. Obviously, we got to make sure that we're doing things moving forward to continue that momentum and growth and to stabilize things. But if you can get a brand new coach in enrollment behavior and get them a coach, what that does to their level of belief, they're like, oh my gosh, this thing is going to work with or without me. I should like maybe take another look at this. So it's really important to go back to these 2021 coaches and see if you can get a win for them quickly, like this weekend. So I really want to create a sense of urgency that all of these discount coaches, we should have some kind of update from them on whether they're going to try to use it or whether we have the coupon code from them because they have no intention. I would like us to like get a majority of this spreadsheet updated by the 15th, which is this weekend, which I know no one wants to really work on this weekend, but you guys, we only have half like of the month left to really leverage this opportunity. It has never happened before. I don't anticipate it ever happening again. And they have until April, end of April, to redeem their coupon. So like, even if we enroll new coaches end of March, all of those coupon codes can again be used for more momentum in April. So I want you to understand the ripple effect of doing the work now to harvest all the codes and get like the people who are willing to have momentum to get them moving. And then that's going to have momentum not only in March, but also in April, which is going to get you guys all to your summit deadline goal in May. So I want you to understand how strategic it is to move quickly on this as soon as possible. So like,
We're gonna jump on this thing. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
yes, no, they will feed off of your energy, and you have to make sure that you communicate it's never happened before. You've
yeah.
only ever seen a $10 coupon. This is unbelievable, and it's a huge gift. So like, your excitement will be what is contagious to your new coaches and whether they want to use it or not.
It's
And I would say I've
$40.
Yeah, and I would tell you when you think about the timing of this, and you don't need to tell new coaches or anything else, this portion of it. It is not coincidence that this is happening the 2 months before Beachbody is going to go public. This is a push for Beachbody to get as many enrollments as they possibly can to show that momentum before the stock actually goes live as part of Beachbody. So they are going to push the stink out of this. That's why on the roundtable of bringing coaches who are being successful on, think about that. They're talking about coaches who are successful at harvesting other people's codes and they're promoting it. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's not going to come back around again.
I am so happy.
I'm super excited too. So, I mean, yes, like my precious Judy, she has no intention of working the business, she just wants a personal discount. Honor that. I'm not going to pressure her to go give it away, but she was willing to give me her coupon code so that someone else could use it. All right. So like if Mi-Yun, did I say that right? Mi-Yun? Did I say that right?
That's good enough.
Oh, shoot. Anyway,
Just think about like Funyun. Like think about Funyun.
Mi-Yun. Okay.
Neon, yeah.
Mi-Yun. Okay.
Onion.
That really helps. I'm the worst. Mi-Yun. If she wants to use a coupon code, she can.
She's gonna use it.
So all that to say, super exciting. And I hope that fires you up. So tell your spouse it's pizza night tonight. You ain't cooking dinner because you are working this for your good. Okay. For the good of your family, for the good of Summit Promotion. This is where we strike. Everyone all in?
I do have a question. Yes.
Yeah.
So you said those promo coupons we could use it up to end of April. Is that only for people who sign up at the end of March, or even like all the promo codes are the $40 promo codes? So if I have a friend who signed up in February, they got promo code, it's still usable until end of March? I mean, end of April?
Yes, ma'am.
Even so much better.
I'm gonna like look, I know, right? Because like, what if, someone comes on to our team who's like freaking out excited, and we have like 12 $40 off promo codes, right? And they just start like giving them away. Well, that's pretty awesome. again, momentum for anyone is momentum for all of us. I don't.
Wait, can I clarify one thing?
Yeah.
So
Gosh,
I keep hearing it expires in March, but then they go through April. So clarify that one part.
The offer to get a coupon expires in March. Any new coach who enrolls January 1st
Yeah.
through March 31st gets
Yeah.
one coupon code
Okay.
to use through April 30th.
Yes. Okay. That's what I wrote down. I just made sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
So they're gonna get the $40. In order for them to get the $40 coupon, they have to sign up in March.
As a coach, they don't even, so
Yes.
like if you have customers, if you have a customer base and they're rocking it and they haven't activated their coach account, if they activate their coach account, not purchase something new, but if they activate their coach account, they get a coupon code.
Okay, got it.
All right. Bless you. Any questions? Monica, I hope that helped you too.
It did. I'm already like, I was downloading my, yeah. Okay, fix the puzzle. Downloading my,
Export your deal. Yeah.
thank you. I'm like, why can I not fathom the words? Exporting my downline to make sure that I haven't missed anyone already and putting my Excel doc together.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, the next thing we want to talk about is finding your circle. And this was like a nugget real quick that I got from Josh's call that I just want to make sure, I want to pause here for a minute because I think this is where we get stuck. At least I know sometimes I do. We all, I think every single one of us crave to find that ride or die circle that we can travel with, that is going to be runners. They're going to be runners in this business. They're going to be all in, right? They are a ride or die tribe. Anyone else like desperately want that in their downline? And you're like, where are my people? I want my people, right? Am I the only one? You guys are my people. Okay. So what happens is we place this incredible expectation on our downline to fulfill a need that we have for connection and community and like sisterhood, like mentorship, right? Like we want them to be in like traveling with us and going to the events and doing all the things. And while that is all perfectly human and natural, it is ridiculous if you really think about it to put that kind of expectation on your downline, which is filled primarily with people who are literally just in the stadium cheering for you. They're not on the playing field. They're not doing anything. And yet we get all tied up in knots, all depressed and emotional over the fact that no one's doing anything and no one wants to go anywhere and not like they didn't sign up for that. They are literally fans in the stadium cheering for you because you are the runner. They haven't decided to run yet. What Josh made me realize is that your people, the ones that you feel that intimate connection with, who are like you, are probably not going to initially come from your downline. They're going to come from groups like this or mastermind groups of other coaches you connect with, right? So like I have my 5-star and above diamond coaches that I like, they're not even in our greater organization, but they are my push partners. They are like, I'm trying to, see about getting in on a trip with other, elite coaches to Hawaii, because those are people who are at my level, who are all in like me, who I'm going to find that sisterhood with. And those people in my downline, if they want that, they will rise up to it. Right? I don't have to drag, push anything, because like what motivated me to go to 5-star was very, very simple. Lauren, Amber, Stephanie, Julie, they all went to leadership and I was at home. And I was like, what? It's in Coronado Island. That's my favorite place in the world. I'm not there. I have massive FOMO. I will be there next year. And I did. No one had to be like, hey, you want to go 5-star? You want to hang out with us? I was like, oh, I will be there. I'm going to be a part of that group. That's where I want to be. And that's what happens to people. Like, we don't have to be like, oh God, no one in my organization. Guys, y'all are pulling income off of people who are just showing up for themselves. And that's something we should all be very grateful for. If they just want to be a happy discount coach, God bless them. I want you to be the happiest discount coach and feel that sense of belonging and happiness and success. I am grateful for you. You hold a position in our organization. Your team volume contributes to our overall team volume. And whether somebody wants to take advantage of that or not is completely up to the leader, not up to me. I'm trying to max it out for all it's worth. And I'm grateful for every single person, but I'm not going to be looking for, a Judy Loomis who won't even give away a $40 gift card. I'm not going to be looking for her to like want to go to Cancun. The people who want to go to Cancun on the Diamond Retreat will work their butts off to go to Cancun. And that's how it should be. Does that make sense to anyone? So my encouragement to all of us is to release the expectation. There's a great book called The Expectation Hangover. I'm going to totally be getting it, but release the expectation of your downline to do anything. Revisit that A Freakishly Effective Leadership for Network Marketers book. Remind yourself that like, we just need to stop expecting people to do anything. Be grateful for whatever they do. Go find your people at the level you're at or above. Find people like maybe you're, you want to be a 2-star diamond this year or a 5-star diamond this year. Go find a freaking 5-star diamond who's going to like love on you. That's not necessarily me, because you need other people outside of me. Go find a mentor. Go find your people. Does that make sense to anyone? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you that picture that I saw of 6 or 7 women sitting on a beach in black dresses. I was like, I'm supposed to be in that picture. Like, so I do believe now that we can't drag them. We can't convince them. If they want it bad enough, they will figure it out. And if they want it bad enough, they will buy a $150 airline ticket to get to Cancun if everything else is covered and they can earn it. So I agree, Joy. It's just hard. That's the learning process that I have had to learn, is just do my thing and move on.
Part of that is being this.
Too.
Go ahead.
I said just jumping off your energy, and like a small plug for Josh, but I wish I wouldn't have taken so long to jump into that, because that made me realize so much over the last couple of months, like of the expectations we put on our downline, and realizing that's not where that's going to come from. It comes from these, like the energy I get from the other coaches in that group is life. Like that is what I'm getting out of all of it. And I'm not necessarily from the team.
I think sometimes the reason why we get in a ditch or stuck or depressed is because we haven't done anything to find the people who are at our level within Team Beachbody. We think it's only going to come from our downline. We haven't looked up. We only have looked down. We haven't looked to the side. We've only looked down. And I promise you, the moment that you start to link arms with other people, like in the Push to Elite, like Monica was saying, what she's getting most out of that, she's with other runners. And that, I mean, you are like the 5 people you hang out the most with. So if you're hanging out with a dead downline and you're expecting that to motivate you, you're probably a dead coach. Probably not doing much. But if you're getting around people who are on fire, who are excited, guess what it's going to do for you?
Yes.
Levels up your energy.
And I one thing I've been doing this past month is going to those people that I've allowed in my group that are also co-coaches, say people I've met on trips or whatever. And I'm like, hey sister, could you like fire this up? Could you like do a post today? And so now we're sharing that, ability, which I wish we would kind of do that here. Like, hey, Susan, could you hop in and talk about fitness in my group today? Or Sue, could you go power up the God thing? All that stuff, because we're all talking about those things. But I was getting sick of myself talking. So, nauseating my own self. And so that energy, I think that's where that came from.
I think great pathway actually to lead to this. The next thing I want to talk about was just team culture, because that kind of energy and leadership needs to happen on our team page for sure in this circle. That's what this circle is for. But there was another like, am I frozen? Let me switch. Hold on a second. I'm going to freeze for just a second. All right. Am I back?
Yep.
Okay. I hear you, babe. Screaming at me. So team culture, because that kind of, to your point, Delise, all of that, that's what this group is for. This group is, we are collectively responsible for team culture. That is not a Joy and Andrew thing. That is a, hey, it's a collective thing for all of us to feed into. And if it's just a Joy and Andrew thing, it's probably going to fail because we can't, it's got to be a team thing. It can't just be that's their thing. They'll take care of it. No, actually, I need all of you to feed into team culture, because your team's in there, and the success of your team is the success of everyone. And so anyway, team culture is huge. So what I was reminded by Josh is that there's a place, there's a space, I guess you could say, to model. There's a space to motivate, and there's a space to mentor. So questions that we need to ask ourselves: how am I going to model? How am I going to model? Okay. How am I going to show up in my challenge group and in the team page and model what the behaviors I want from my team and the behaviors we want from our global team, because that all has a ripple effect. Okay. There really is no such thing as my team. It is all collectively us. Okay. I should probably clarify that. So modeling is something that you choose to do personally. It's not necessarily an environment like a group or anything like that you have to like cultivate. It's just like you have to choose to show up and model. I'm going to be a team player. I'm going to be an encourager. I'm going to be consistent, like all those things. Like you have to decide, how am I going to model in my challenge group and in the team what should be happening for everyone, because I am a leader. Then we have to realize there is a place to motivate and a place to mentor. Like I said, the majority of our downline is they're in the stadiums cheering, right? Not on the game field. They're not playing. The team page is a place for motivating only. Like, it is not the ideal place to mentor. It's not the ideal place to necessarily teach about how to invite or how to connect or all the how-tos of all the things, right? Where does that happen? It happens in masterminds, on team calls, on the wake-up call. There's the training in the back office. There's a gazillion places to mentor. It happens one-on-one in a call. The team page is where we motivate and inspire. We share success. We share mindset. We share you can do it. We share you guys are amazing. I love this team. I'm so glad you're here. That's the energy we bring collectively to the team page. Not, this is how I'm connecting with people and the conversations, and when they don't want to do something and you know you should be doing something and it's so simple. Like, I had to be reminded of that because I am a problem solver. So if no one's doing anything in the team page, what do I want to do? I want to give them the tools to do the things. That's actually not what the team page is for. Team page is for motivating. It's for getting the energy up and being like, oh my gosh, you guys, I thought Spirit Week was so flippin' awesome, right? That's motivating. You guys got, if you didn't do Spirit Week, oh my gosh, you're missing out. It was so much fun. Do the next one. That's motivating. Getting them around the campfire. Oh my gosh, you guys, the team call last night, I just had to share. It was so inspiring to hear someone who struggled with addiction and then found like their solution through what we do. We change lives. Like, that is so crazy. I'm telling you, if you're not on the team call to hear these stories of life change, you're missing out. It is so inspiring. That's it. Is that not an aha to anyone? And then the mentoring happens relationally, one-on-one, in masterminds, right? Thoughts?
I think it's great to hear because I mean, you're right. I think typically we go to how can I show somebody something, or that's what we've seen is like, here's how the coach office works. Here's how this works. Here's this. And it's like, one, it's overwhelming to a lot of people that aren't necessarily working the business, but they're in the page. So that helps me because most of the time I'm like, okay, Tuesdays, I'm going to be showered. I'm going to go live. And then I'm like, what do we need to talk about? Right. So that kind of helps me go, okay, only put those things there. Cause I have wondered like, what do you want us to put there? And I'm like, well, it's not really a joy show. So I'll just do my thing. But then I'm like, okay, nobody viewed it. Nobody liked it. Was it even helpful? What a waste of time? I'm just being totally honest. So then I'm like, okay, do I need to even bother? And I know leadership, I need to bother, but I just want it to be not just one more thing to do on Tuesday. I want it to be, could we have a plan? Like I listened to something this week. I'm like, should we have a marketing plan for each one of us? If we're, and I know that's not even for me, I hate the plan, right? Sometimes live is better last minute. So I don't know, but that's helpful as well.
Can I say something? I just, like one thing that I tell my ladies in my challenge group is I always say, this is not my group. This is our group. Mm-hmm. Because, I know Delise just said, this is Joy's show. It is not. We're all part of the leadership. And so, yeah. So I always say, I don't want to spoon feed all my ladies. I want them to I don't want to catch fish for them. I want to teach them how to catch fish because for them, it's so much more joy for them as well. I want them to experience the joy and the fulfillment that I receive. So I always constantly tell my group of ladies, I say, you ladies, this is not my group. This is our group. Do you only see me in this group? This is all of you guys have part in this group. So we are called to encourage one another. We are called to really lift each other up and challenge one another. And it's not just me. So I don't want to do this is just not my thing. If it was just me in the group, yes, this is my group and my show, but it's not. So I always say that very often, this is our group. So you encourage others and you go online and you post things as well, because you have your own stories. I don't have your story daily. It's different. So just wanted to, but what I love the fact that Joy shared about our team pages to motivate, and there's a difference between, motivating and mentoring. I really, really love that, Joy. So thank you for sharing. Yeah. I really like that.
And I love what you just said about ours, like using the verb. Is it a verb, pronoun? I don't know what it is. Pronoun, it's pronoun. I corrected myself and I got it right the second time. Pronoun our. Because how many times do we get in the page and we use the my word? My ladies, my group, my blah, 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 blah. I think we should probably all be a little bit more aware, because what that's teaching your collective downlines is to be possessive rather than collective. It's teaching them to be a lone wolf, like my, instead of our and together and, a tribe. So I'd ask us all, I never wanted it to be a joy show. I never wanted to be the only leader.
I want a little spotlight too.
I need y'all. So, but to be a little bit more aware of saying, this is our team and we collectively are so amazing, and all that I think is very powerful. So
one thing I did want to share. So, I'm a Christian. For me, this is my ministry. It's really become my ministry, and Joy, it's happened, same thing happened to Joy. So it's really like disciple making because you want to pour and we are called to love and serve people, whether you're a teacher or janitor, pastor, missionary, it doesn't matter. Our calling is to love God and love others. And Beachbody is really like a tool for me it means to really, it gives me a platform to love and serve others. And none of my ladies pay me a single penny when I pour my time and energy and my heart in loving and help them to become the best version of themselves. But it's like really like disciple making, you know? So that's why as a Christian, you know, I have never done any type of this business before, but I feel so at peace because I know this is something that God has given me, you know? So it's really like disciple making. It is.
Delise, you're going to say something? You're muted.
Oh, I just wanted to, thanks, Sue. I just wanted to clarify, like, I don't know, did y'all just mishear that? Something that I said about my group or whatever? I guess I get the feel, I'm kind of trying not to be offended or hurt. So just gonna be honest. Did y'all hear that I'm saying like, this is my group or something, or?
I think
Okay.
everyone says that.
No.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
I think that's the human default is to always say my. I think it takes awareness and intentionality to say our.
Right. Okay. I mean, that's what I was saying. I was agreeing with the whole motivation and the team thing, and I don't know. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean. No, that was not meant to hurt anyone's feelings. That was meant to reinforce. Okay.
I gotcha.
All right. Last thing, real quick, and then I'll let you go because I know we're over time. But this is so helpful. I hope you'll like copy paste it and put it somewhere and use it. But I am now part of like this personal development community that Brennan Burchard put together. And he talked about this reaction card that we should have in front of us. Like for him, he has it on like a note card and it's pinned up on his wall, and he takes it out anytime something happens that he feels the temptation to react to. He takes this card out, and he gave us these 5 things as like a sample of what we could have on our reaction card, but you know what's best for you. So his suggestion for a reaction card was like these reminders of things that you should always do before you default to the reaction. So for me, as an 8, I tend to react in anger. When something doesn't go my way, I get angry. Like that is just unfortunately my default. It's not great. I need a reaction card. I need to go to something to remind me like I can choose different. So for him, it was get outside with no phone and just like focus on breath. I did that this week. I went outside, I walked around the block, felt a whole lot better. He uses humor when something happens, like let's say a coach cancels, you know, and you're like, I have no idea why would they cancel? What's stupid about it? Like, how can you turn this situation into a Netflix comedy hour? And what's your inside joke about it, right? Like, just find a way to create some levity around whatever is upsetting. Perspective, right? Like reminding ourselves that time marches on. This situation, whatever is bothering us, becomes dust, right? If we just move our lives forward and focus on the next positive thing, all of that negative noise fades. So he also talked about how our problem is someone else's blessing. And that oftentimes the best way like to refocus and shift perspective is to move the camp forward. In other words, he talked about like a general who like came in from the battlefield and there was a lot of infighting happening in the troops. And they were arguing and literally fist fighting over something. And instead of addressing that, the general was like, everyone pack up, we're moving. And so it united the troop around a completely different task that had nothing to do with the issue, but it gave them unity and something to do, right? And that's a really powerful way to lead, is to like figure out a way to find unity and give them something to do, like Spirit Week, right? Like Spirit Week. Number 4, revisit your highest self. Like what would your most positive, courageous self say in this situation? And number 5, what is my next right action to take? Is it to sit and spin and be angry, or is it to recenter, refocus, find my positive, super attractor energy and move forward with the people who are with me rather than focus on the one who isn't? I don't know about you, but I needed this reaction card. And so I hope that blesses somebody with some tools to visit when things don't necessarily go the right way or the way you expected them to. Does that help anyone?
I love it. I feel like I'm about to print it off right now.
Hey, Joy, that was really great. Can I just add one more thing to that? Because
Yeah.
those are the things that I actually really teach and mentor other my life coaching and parenting coaching. And, it's really about being intentional, because I always talk about being reactive and responding. And with all that ideas, just really being intentional and plan ahead and just think about some scenarios that it will be really easy to react, and plan and make a plan on, okay, if this thing was to happen, this is how I'm going to exactly respond. Like thinking ahead and just really being intentional about whatever the scenario might happen. And that really does help. So I just wanted to add to that reacting versus responding. That is so, so true. Yes. Just being intentional about those scenarios and have a plan, specific plan, because everybody's so different. So what works for people, I mean, somebody who goes out and take a little breather may help out, but when you're there, you may forget things. So just having like the intentional plan, specific plan, and we may have to try different things to figure out what works really best for me, because everybody's so different. Just being intentional about responding instead of reacting. So thank you for sharing. That's really good.
Yay, good stuff. Susan, you've been so quiet. You want to say anything?
I just love listening to everybody. I talk all day, 24/7. So it's nice not to talk, but I will say, Monica, thank you. I did listen to Josh's call. I don't know what night it was, and something that stuck in my mind, I don't know if this helps you, but it hit home. He was talking about not being a semi-professional, which, semi-professionals don't make any money. They don't get the notoriety, whatever. Not that we're in this for notoriety, but all week I'm like, I'm making this choice because I'm not a semi-professional. I'm making this choice because I'm a professional. I've been telling myself all week that, and it's been helpful. So thank you.
That's so powerful. Oh my gosh, you guys, on that note, the fact that you said that, I don't even know where to go. Oh, there it is. This book, it's okay to want notoriety. It's okay. In fact, God wants you to have fame because it brings him fame. He wants you to have notoriety because it brings him notoriety. Never apologize for wanting to be recognized for the hard, beautiful work you do, because especially for us as believers, it brings glory to God. I'm telling you, this book has set me free in a lot of areas. We have got to stop living so apologetically.
Amen. Good God.
It's okay to want money, to do good, and for yourself. It's okay to want to be known. And we should want that most of all because of who we represent. So
We are the queens.
I'm going to go out today. I told myself if I feel good, I was going to do it today. But like for my birthday, I want to go to Kendra Scott. They have a crown little charm. And I want like a layered necklace with that crown to remind me I am a queen. And every day it's a choice to either act like a princess, selfish and entitled, waiting for freaking my Prince Charming to come rescue me from whatever, or I can be a queen and I can do the hard thing and manifest the life that I want to live with the people who will be attracted to live it with me. And this book it's very powerful.
Which is interesting.
Ordered it.
What's her name in the news?
What?
I said, which is interesting with Harry and the other girl in the news, right? The queen and the princess and all the stuff going on in our world. It's like, oh, like live your life. I love that they're just doing their thing, but it's interesting. Side note, blank stares. Never mind.
I call all my ladies queens. So usually it's like, good morning, beautiful queens. I want them to know who they are because it really starts with identity. You
I
know?
know. I'm kind of like, I haven't even told Andrew this, but I'm like, maybe I need to like think about team rebranding. Like maybe we need to be the Royal Warriors or something like that. You know what I mean? Instead of Rising Phoenix and figuring like we're all in the freaking
That's what I call our team cup.
Royal Warriors.
Mhm,
Oh,
mhm.
I love that.
And another thing I've been saying is like, you know, because it just happened that every single one of my ladies in my group are just really wonderful Christians. Not that I made it exclusive, but I did, you know, just yesterday I went on live or the other day before. I said, you know, March is the National Nutrition Month. So I've been really focusing a lot on nutrition. I said, you guys are the queens. You are royal queens. So why would you be the bottom feeders who's eating off scrape on the bottom when you've been adopted to the king's family and you are invited and it is your place to eat off the king's feast table. So choose the finest food. You deserve that for yourself, you know, because we're the queens. I always say we're the queen.
Anyway,
We are the queens.
I love that. And so anyway, I've kind of been thinking about that. Is that maybe a little rebranding around the whole preferred customer thing. Maybe we just change to Royal Warriors or Warrior Nation or I don't know. We'll
I like it.
So just things on my heart.
Olivia and I affirm every morning, I am the daughter of a king. We say it in the mirror every single morning so that she rises up and knows she's a queen
Love
from
that.
a young age. So
Love
I
that.
love it.
Hey, Joy, do we know when the preferred customer, they keep saying mid-May? Have you heard a date or anything?
No, not quite. I mean, no, not other than mid-May.
Mhm.
Do we have a date for the bike thing yet?
The what?
The bike launch thing for the,
Oh, no, that's gonna happen around the merger. I don't know when that's gonna happen.
What is it?
Is it MRX?
Next, MYX.
MYX. We are merging. This is really important, Sue. We are merging with MYX fitness bike. It's a fitness bike like Peloton with like a swivel screen and stuff. So we're merging. We're gonna have cycling content coming to the library. We will have access to a bike. And we're going public. So that's all a part of the, you know, the move to make Beachbody a publicly traded company. Which, hey, Andrew, is the stock up?
you just,
Where'd you go? Are we up at all? What?
It's not gonna change a lot until it actually goes public and they actually do the whole.
Is it up any? You don't know. You haven't even checked.
It was up at one point in time. I saw the 15 and now it's back to 11, I think.
Anyway. What is it? TRX?
FRX.
FRX?
FRX.
We got 1143. It was as high as 16. It's been as low as 1080.
Yeah, it was down yesterday. Sadness.
so that's our Beachbody stock that we could purchase.
Oh no, that's FRSX. Hold on.
But I didn't think they had gone public yet. So how do you buy it?
FRX Forest Road Acquisition is the I forget what it's called.
IPO.
SPAC. Sorry, it's a SPAC.
Special Acquisitions Company.
Special Acquisitions Company. I know nothing. Andrew should be talking. So you can purchase FRX stock. This is not financial advice. And then when the merger happens, that FRX is going to change to BDY, which is Beachbody So you'll have stock in Beachbody.
Actually, I think it's BODY.
Is it BODY?
I think so.
I think they do have body. Anyway, the speculation is that the valuation of Beachbody is very underrated right now, and that as it gets closer to the full valuation of what we have to offer, it will increase exponentially.
So
So,
by now,
I mean, I am not a financial advisor.
I got you.
But it's at like $11 and some change right now. And the valuation of comparable companies like Peloton is like crazy higher. And we offer much more than Peloton. So anyway, all right. We've gone 17 minutes over. I love y'all. Was that a helpful call today? Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Have a wonderful weekend. I will get the Google Doc over to everyone. Please, oh, please, oh, please help me get these codes and let's get them out and get this team moving forward. All right.
Let's get after it.
All right. Love y'all. Bye.